हेलो हेलो। भाई भाई भाई,
and slowly moving up.
लाइट
Although
गोल हो गया था रे।
there
लाइट
weren't
गोल,
really many teams around them, and now
लाइट
they're
गोल हो
on
गया
one
था।
ahead with
ईश भाई, अच्छा
88
खासा
player
स्ट्रीम
K
बिगड़
on
गया।
board.
Okay, Alpha 7, they need to start like
I'm
getting
so
points here.
sorry, लाइट
Right
गोल हो
now.
गया था।
Right now. Otherwise, they're gonna be
चलो फिर से
looking down
इंस्टा
on
का
them.
बनाया जाए।
It's still second
क्या
place, it's still
दिक्कत है,
great,
फिर से
but
बनाते हैं इंस्टा के लिए
Vampire Esports.
यार, लाइव वाला फिर से बनाया जाए। चलो आज यही करते रहते हैं, ठीक है, लेट्स गो। सो हेलो लॉन्डो, मैं आ चुका हूँ लाइव, और इसके पहले भी आया था बट वो लाइट गोल हो गया तो स्ट्रीम ऑफ हो गया। तो ये रहा लिंक, क्लिक करो और फटाफट लाइव में आ जाओ। देख रहे हो, शर्म खत्म। आ जाओ, ऐसे वाला देख रहे, कहते प्रोनेस लेवल ब्रो, तुम सीख गया तेरा भाई। डल गया। वेट वेट वेट, चालू होने वाला है, थोड़ा सा टाइम है।
To do it once to win $500,000, that's already amazing. But to do the second part of the event like this and have 5 chicken dinners out of their last 6 matches, by the way, for you guys at home, that is
वेट
almost
वेट,
unheard of.
डला क्या?
I think this is like one of the biggest performances, like on a day-per-day basis on international play. I think we've never seen something remotely close to this before.
Yeah, you brought up an interesting point, of course, Jason, with that as well, because if you got your eyes on PMGC, even PEL going on right now, Nova was #1, LGD was also having a good day as well, as I was watching
चल
those
गया क्या?
games through the night. But like the fact that Vampire on this international stage across 2 weekends has just looked so spectacular. That's got to, have some concerns here.
They'll do
डल गया, डल गया।
Yeah.
I think it's crazy though, thinking back to Sertani yesterday, saying they're just kind of relaxed, just doing whatever they want. They don't have necessarily set strategies that they're trying to accomplish in each match, just playing it out and having fun. And they can be
मत
this
चलाना
dominant.
लाइव,
I think that should strike fear into every team.
लाइव मत
I
चलाना।
think they really want those houses.
मतलब फटाफट 10 लाइक कर दो, फटाफट।
More than full houses.
Exactly, they want a mansion right now. And the thing is a team that doesn't have pressure, right, can be sometimes a little bit frustrating. Without that pressure, they're just going to do what they do best. And so
Let's
far,
go,
they do
देखते हैं
best.
अब।
They do every
I
game
got
almost,
claim.
those rotations,
What
how
they do
take the
best is
fights.
winning.
Pretty much, yeah.
They're pretty good at winning.
मतलब
There you
मत
go.
चलाना लाइव।
Well, you can
तेरे
see
को
here
claim
lots of
हुआ?
people in
क्या
Star
चीज
already
claim
on
हुआ?
this map, and that will be over on Vikendi. We'll see
हमने
Pmwi
तो
with
कोई
nice zones
दिक्कत,
going
हम
our way, but
में
before
तो
he
कोई
gets that,
दिक्कत
gotta
नहीं।
give a shout out
मतलब
to Spotify and
तू
Razer.
क्या क्लेम
And to
मारेगा
be
क्या
fair,
मेरे
I
को?
think Vampire
कॉपीराइट
Esports
मारेगा?
should be definitely thanking them because they're winning all the money the sponsors have been given to the event. They're getting it all in their pockets.
अच्छा, वो लगाना नहीं पड़ता है, तू क्या बोलते, ऑफ नहीं रखा होगा ना कॉपीराइट वाला?
In 2 weeks.
हाँ,
Ladies and
तेरा
gentlemen, it's time
वीडियो
to head into Vikendi. Let's
समझ
run on
गया,
over to
समझ
John
गया।
on Blank once again.
क्या अभी वाला नहीं चलाऊंगा?
Hell yeah, I'm so ready for this. I mean,
बस
what
26
a
सेकंड और,
game
लेट्स गो।
coming through from Vampire Esports. Excellent performance. This is the
NCS
team that really shone for us last week. We're looking forward to
को
more on the
रख के
rest of the
रखते
day.
हैं, देखेंगे
But
फिर NCS चलाएंगे।
Alpha 7,
हाँ, अरे तो
they are really good.
तू
We just
ऑफ
haven't
करना।
seen it in these first 2 games.
Absolutely, John. I couldn't agree with you more. I think Alpha 7 still have it in them.
ये मेरे को देख के बता, तू इंस्टा पे स्टोरी लगा क्या? आई थिंक लग गया होगा इंस्टा पे स्टोरी। यार लाइट गोल हो गया था इसलिए ऑफ करना पड़ा स्ट्रीम। सो सॉरी, so sorry. It's your birthday. So sorry. चाय बनाना था मेरे को, चाय नहीं बनाया हूँ।
Absolutely fine, but I'm glad we're heading over towards cold Vikendi. Because
Cold,
I certainly
cold
need to
Vikendi.
freeze these nerves of mine because goodness me, I don't think I could take another chicken dinner coming through from Vampire Esports, and neither can any
Let's
of the
go.
teams.
HDD प्रोसेसिंग स्टिल गोइंग ऑन। बढ़िया है, बढ़िया है। मेरा वीडियो आ गई वो बता रहा। हाँ हाँ, तेरे ही वीडियो को बोल।
On games.
खाना है, ये खाना है
PC5 in a row?
भाई। ये पैकेट रखे रखे टूट फूट गया भाई, पूरा चूरमार हो गया।
A while back, I think it was.
बताना मेरे को, वो है क्या? इंस्टा पे चला गया पोस्ट स्टोरी।
Now we're heading into here. I mean,
Hey,
5
Villa,
would be
let's
an
go.
incredible landmark, and I don't think we've seen many times where you finish a day with 2 chicken dinners, and then you
ये
have
क्या
that
है?
mental
ये
reset,
है
right? You
तेरा
have that
पैकेट
mental
वाला
reset
लेस,
into
बहुत
the next
टेस्टी
day,
लगता है,
and
बहुत ही
how
ज्यादा।
often can you
मतलब इसका
transfer
मसाला
that
बहुत ही
momentum
टेस्टी
from
रहता
the
है इधर।
final game on the last day into the next day coming. So really, really well done. Schweppes now starting to catch up.
फट ही नहीं रहा है. मैं अगर
So
इंडियन
far,
स्टाइल में
Alpha 7
फाड़ूंगा तो
has
फट
been
जाएगा बट स्ट्रीम पे
absolutely
नहीं.
a linchpin for the team to actually be able to
तब उतर गए. 7C
everything
कहाँ है?
happen for them. He is
भाई
very,
ये
very
इंडियन
good.
स्टाइल में फोड़ना पड़ेगा.
Drops coming through for these teams. Pole right down to Milner.
अबे तो फट ही नहीं रहा है.
Is everyone finding their spot? Potential for an Abbey conflict on the south side of proceedings. Believe
7C नहीं दिख रही है रे. 7C आउट हो गई क्या? मतलब क्या कैसा सीन चल रहा है? 7C है तो कहाँ है बट?
Mavatra currently 7Cs and Falcons going at it.
Falcon and 7C.
Vikendi Circle.
Vikendi Circle. However, Vampire Esports once again, as well as Alpha
वहाँ
7.
पे Falcon के जगह
The first day it's Vikendi was extremely good for both
7C
teams.
दिख ही नहीं रही.
You know, and realistically it can be.
पड़ गया ना. हाँ लॉन्डो फटाफट 10 लाइक करा दो. लाइट गोल हो गया था इसलिए स्ट्रीम ऑफ हो गया था. उसके लिए फिर से सॉरी. लिविक खत्म हो चुका है. कौन जीता नहीं पता बट अब वीकेंड ही देखते हैं. अरे 7C वर्सेस फैल्कन. फैल्कन का सोलो बंदा फंसा है सामने. पकड़ लेना चाहिए.
Not watching the 2022 Pmwi watch together with us. You're missing out. You're missing out big style. So send your messages to your friends to get cracking. Open up the in-game esports center and watch together with us, because this is some historic moments being made right now in the after party showdown. And you could also win some PMWI special sets, but I don't know. I'm getting a 50-50 split right now. Those PMWI special sets do look insanely good, John.
Out.
But right now, the esports
सोलो बंदा है रे. इसको पकड़ सकते हैं. टीम आ रही है. कवर देने टीम आ गई.
You can look good.
ओ भाई.
Towards either. Try to look good. Powerful shuts down this push with 1, with 2. Beautiful spray.
देखा यही तो इंडिया का गलती रे. हक के लिए पुश करने लगते बिना देखे दाखे. वही ओपन से पुश कर रहे. 2 इजी नॉक हो गए कवर फायर में. ओह नाइस नेट.
Dunked over the top. Can hear the Turkish talent next door. Go wild for Spray God. I've got pretty wild for him too.
Aladdin बहुत तगड़ा है.
Was never alone at the moment. 2 players down for them. Yusuf also on bended knee, taking a nap in the snow at the moment. Can't be too comfortable for him, but they have to wake him up sooner or later. They do manage to get 1 player up from 7Cs. In the meantime, R8, they do take a knock. Let's see if Damwon Kia can secure themselves the first elimination of the map, but it's going back and forth, it seems.
Oh!
Right over the top.
एक finish, एक knock. Nice. बे क्या नेड मारा है.
7C.
फिर नॉक हो गया सारंग. बिना हील के गया था ना.
Special eliminations coming through for 7C, earning that money. Can they put that final nail in the Falcons' coffin?
प्लेगआउट को $2000 मिल गया.
$4,000 accumulated just there.
और $1000.
Spray God, who's been
Falcon
incredibly
का
good
1
for the Indian roster
ले
so
लेगा
far.
DBS.
Moves around the side.
हाँ
DBS
ये.
cuts him apart. Splinters left in the
एक
body.
और नॉक. लास्ट बचा है डायमर यहाँ.
Yet again, it's Damar against 7C.
अबे DBS चला रहे उतने दूर से.
Swift little headshot from the AKM.
उसकी एक और बची है. और प्लेयर बच. नहीं लास्ट यही है.
From a lot of these players, and Aladdin, the last player in a 1v1, 7C.
ईश
will
भाई.
fly, the Falcons will fly, staying alive with the first team elimination. 5 grand.
फिर से 7C पहले निकल गई.
Blows
से 7C यार. और 1v1 चोक कर दिया.
They just couldn't handle the blinding lights. 7C's unfortunately washed away by the Falcons, and now we're heading back over to Damwon Kia, who are currently in this engagement with R8. A little bit of a struggle for them so far in Volnova. Very awkward terrain to play in with so much high ground available to you. You get on all tops of these rooftops. I've seen players do this before. It's good fun. You can see Forrest already in a cheeky position, but I think SK Ton, he has a similar idea.
कंडो लाइक कर दो. 10 लाइक फटाफट.
You need to be so careful, as you say. Players can
अरे बच्चे को खिला रही.
Seemingly, for a lot of them, they can do anything. Trying to get out onto the roof
दे
side.
दे पप्पी दे उसको. पप्पी मांग
High
ली.
ground positions as well.
OWG फॉरेस्ट कहाँ चढ़ के बैठा है.
बहुत
बहुत ही लोग अकेले नहीं है OWG. एक को चाहे तो भगा भग पकड़ सकते. क्यों?
Not quite getting it in just yet.
I'm getting cuteness overload juxtaposed by the fight going on between Damwon Kia with the R8 fans. It's really, really nice to see the turnout here. At the
Eight दे
PMWI.
सकता है knock. वहीं पे बैठा
Moving
है.
over towards the
ऊपर
after party
ऊपर.
showdown as well. So
वो
many
नीचे
people
ओ
coming to support
बाहर
their
आ गया.
teams. What a bobble though. Bounces off several different objects. You know, the trigonometry was not good from Forest there.
Right तो.
Not quite able to get those angles right. Prestige very close to Onba. As we get a little replay. Ah, SK-Ton getting knocked and a nade over the top. Fabian traded off maybe? Not entirely sure what happened here for Damwon Kia. Yeah, okay, there's backup, and they did get that res. As we tune back in with the fight live, and Damwon Kia still trying to get something done. Unfortunately, R8 take that knock in response. Onba won out that DBS trade.
Yeah, felt bad for his teammate Fabian, who got a bunch of shells right to the back there. Sent him flying forwards.
कैंप बिछा दिया है.
Stalwart spots out Rod.
कर दो फटाफट लाइक कर दो 10 लाइक. Let's go 10 like.
A lot of teams still on that south side. Early doors, so the zone won't tick. And these maneuvers have to be made fast. The thing about Vikendi Blank is that there's quite a lot of buildings, right? There's quite a lot of closely packed compounds, so a lot of teams can exist fairly centrally in these circles. But what that also means is that rotations in these circles become all the more dangerous, because you're always going to have those teams looking out your way. With less teams, maybe a little bit easier, but Vikendi still very treacherous. A land shift on the circle means that we won't have any further Vikendi circles. I might have spoken too soon though. If there's a hard north shift, okay, sure, but
I think this would be classed as a Vikendi circle, honestly. Those coastal circles, kind of atypical to what you normally see on Vikendi, considering, you know, there is one team that has a great position, but it does feel like when you start to get these central spots where there's so many compounds still involved, that's going to be very difficult to determine where the best spot to be is. Stalwart passing by the Vampires at the moment. No shots taken as of yet. And Carrillo as well as Alpha.
अभी अल्फा एकदम सेफ है. S2G पास है.
Vampire Spot still hedging their bets
But
over
तब
towards
भी
that western side.
इतना की फाइट नहीं लगी.
this play for late game has been really working out.
Vampire versus
so
ST fall back कर रही है.
Just fend off engagements, stay out of the mix, and then come in swinging late. Over these last two games today, it has proven to be highly, highly effective. And similarly, in last week's games,
एंट्री मारा है राज.
from Rad.
ऐसा एंट्री मारेगा तो मारे. ओ भाई 3 एक बार में नॉक.
Over towards Desha. Raze did take a tumble, but that's resible for S2G.
जी राज तो गिरी
Yeah,
राज.
SCG were having none of that crash from Ra, which I think has become one of their weak points in this tournament, which is just some crazy crashes. Every single player getting taken down in the first couple of moments, or at least a couple of knocks. It just makes the recovery so difficult. Enigma Galaxy down 1, and R8 still at it. Down towards the south side of Volnova. Still a ways to go to get back into the circle here on Vikendi. Playing a completely different game at TDM at the moment.
The blue zone, zone 2, is manageable. Zone 3, it'll start to get inconvenient. Zone 4, you got to get out of there.
That is unbearable at that point in time, yeah. Hamodi, honestly, has had a really, really bloody good run here in the after-party showdown. A lot of eliminations, very skilled player. Came into the seam and made a good splash, but the sound of that will send the pack.
That's a real big splash right there.
DBS.
It's in the meta. It's going to be seen so much more. You can imagine, especially in this urban compound-based play here in Vikendi.
Enigma Galaxy decides to leave Damwon Kia as well as R8 to it. And that little one versus
PTR के एक मर गया क्या?
here.
नहीं चारों 11.
Already left. Heads up towards Podvosto.
Taxi.
Mount Krejnik at the moment. The rest of the teams, Alpha 7, Dead Eyes guys, S2G, Stalwart, Vampires, BTR, they're all still within the circle though. BTR just about making their way in from Trevno, so they're right on the edge side. Might be a little bit difficult to move through Cosmodrome, especially with A7 watching out for a lot of these things. And the depth of Cosmodrome as well provides a big problem, because you're stuck in there if you do have to end up crossing.
Vampires said they wanted a place to coal mine, and they take the Western Shore in coal mine.
7.
That's pretty good.
That was pretty good. I'm happy with that.
आज एक भी
You can
नहीं गया.
congratulate
एक
me
भी
later
match.
on the fantastic pun work going on. But
भाई दो टीम अभी भी इतने बाहर है जोन
In it's a coal
अभी
mine shift
एक साथ इतने
towards the
बाहर है
vampires.
I do not know what's happening with Vampire Esports. So
भाई
there's someone
वैम्पायर पे
on that
मैग्नेट है रे
team.
जोन मैग्नेट हर
They
बार
have
जोन उन्हीं पे
the
जा रहा है
DeLorean, dude. I'm telling you, they do have the DeLorean. Someone is heading over 5 minutes in the future, figuring out what's going on, and then coming straight back into it. But there are placements even in this circle here. There's still a massive opportunity for them to actually get back into the circle.
Yeesh.
Even if it shifts over
Okay.
towards Yeez on
Oh
fire.
no! Oh no! R8 cut down as they
R8
try
गई
and leave Onba's
यहाँ
sidelines.
कैंप करके मारा है
Unfortunately for Onba,
बाइक
doesn't
में वो भी
have
जा
any
रहा है
meds, and this is zone 3 where we
ये
said
भी
it's
मरने
gonna
वाला
get
है
inconvenient. I don't think this guy gets out of this. It would be a miracle with no stims, no meds. This guy's ticking. He's not going to make it to the crates. He's going to get knocked. Resable until zone 4 hits.
Now all these teams trying to make their way over. You can see Vampire Esports sat comfortably within the tree line at the moment, peeking out maybe now and again. But
थोड़ा सा पहले मार देता ना अगर थोड़ा सा पहले नॉक दे देता वो जो वहाँ पे नहीं गिरने लगा वहाँ अगर ना गिर गए थोड़ा पहले वो दोनों को मार देता तो पेटी भी पास होता और टाइम भी कम लगता बच जाता
covertly make their way in to the circle itself. Lord just looking out, they still have
क्या
Freak as
दिया है
well
दोनों
off in the back.
$4,000 पा गया
Pmwi Galaxy with 3, making their way in on the southeast side. There's S2G taking a little bit of an engagement there against the Vampire Esports team. First time they've seen action properly so far this game. Can they bear the brunt of it? At the moment, I don't think S2G are looking to crash.
No, this is the difficulty now with the compounds in this area, is that sure, you might be able to get some shots across, but really all you're looking to do is to
कंडो लाइक पे लो
claws
फटाफट
into
10
the
लाइक
vests, put holes in the helmets, and make it just that little bit easier when it comes to those late game engagements here on Vikendi, because it's very unlikely that you do get a supply drop with even more loot towards your position. To get those level 3s on board, you're kind of good with what you've got, and you have to stick around until someone crashes into you, and you have to win that engagement and then pick up their supplies after.
Alpha Stefan's still alive for now. I don't want to jinx them too much. But they have got 4 players still in this. They crossed from Cosmodrome. They're across that river now. They're by the roadside on the
वैम्पायर भाई हर बार सेंटर जोन मैग्नेट है कल भी दो मैच चिकन ली दोनों में जोन वैम्पायर पे था
4 down 1 Kia. They are playing with 2. You can see them just passing Villa now.
Yeah, trying to zoom in towards the circle. It is very, very close.
वैम्पायर पे ही जाएगा वैम्पायर रहेगी जोन
Vampire Esports very central at the moment.
वो देखा बीबी भाई जोन
big hitters right now. S2G Alpha 7.
भाई DWG अब एंटर ले रही है जोन पे हाँ अब पहुंच रही है
that northern side will have to make their way down from Zabava and leave that heavy compound area, the city. I'm sure a lot of teams will be looking their way.
Bigatron with shots over towards Pmwi Galaxy. Lord. The nade man, the bombardier of the squad. The push cut short just a little bit. Deadeye's guys, potential for a third party here. Freak might want to regroup. Genfos has the angle though, has the oversight, and there's more spray coming through from Luxy with the G36. Freak not quite able to get an answer just yet.
Still impressive that Pmwi Galaxy were able to get up here.
Hi.
And hello to the Alpha 7 fans.
Hey, Alpha के fans.
Of the audience. Giving us a good wave there. Happy to see it. Supporting them through these tremulous times, to be honest with you. 147 points apiece, though, for Alpha 7. Omba not able to make it in with Ralph with the oversight, and that's down one Kia out.
Eliminated 2 players left, but they managed to pick that one up. Lord still in the sightlines of Genfos with that M16. Pops the 4X. And lands what he's looking for. 2 players now for Pmwi Galaxy as they need yet another res. They've had a tough time of it on the southeastern side. They'll need to get a little bit closer to this circle.
Coal mine. We Deadeye's guys coming up from that area. Just trying to pull out the pickaxe. And just dig away at any kind of movements they can make up towards the northern side. See if they can strike gold, but it's looking a little bit unlikely as they will have to pass over some treacherous terrain soon.
सामने एक और टीम बैठी है
dangerous at the best of times, but
अच्छा
there's
यही
so
रुक
many compounds occupied close by. Bgmi Galaxy trying
पड़ा
to get inside the building, get to cover. Freak takes a peppering. Might feel a little bit salty about that as Lord takes a tumble too.
Good timing to get out of that vehicle as well. I think
लाइक
they
नहीं
knew
हो रहा क्या
exactly what was
10
coming their way. They couldn't have gone any further than that, and they're right down towards that southeast edge. Next circle
लाइक कर
coming
दो
very shortly our way. East side supports Alpha 7. West
इसके
supports
लिए लाइक कर दो
Vampire Esports, who currently have both Stalwart and Falcons on their back, but it's Stalwart, in fact, who gets the circle here.
चाय
S2G
पीने का मन कर रहा है
still
बट
in, and
खुद
now
बनाना
Vampire Esports might need to make a quick getaway here, but it will be between them
कभी तो बना
and
नहीं सकते
2 4-man teams, and Falcons can always backstab from behind.
2 players for Falcons, Damar and Powerful, but they look to skirt around, potentially running straight into Stalwart if they make this move too early. Instead, they drop out of the vehicle. Vampire will know that there's players out this area now. With those vehicle noises coming through, they will have scouted this. You can see they are on the swivel for this direction. They're closer to the circle, and Falcons will need to move first.
Vampire Esports close to the ridge edge, though. Like you said, definitely will have heard Falcons, so can try and get rid of them. Luckily for the Falcons, though, luckily for Vampire Esports, sorry, with the Falcons so much out in the open, they might even get taken down by an enemy team, but with Vampire Esports being up the hill and Falcons further, this is a case where they do have oversights on the retreat from Vampire Esports into the circle itself.
ओ एसटी आ गई वैम्पायर के पास फैल्कन इधर से थर्ड पार्टी फायदा ले लेगा रे फैल्कन थर्ड पार्टी कर देगा पक्का चलो चलो ये भी निकल रहा है वो फैल्कन की तरफ देख रहे हैं
Alpha 7 taking the fight on the north side with Bigatron as well. This is across the way on the northeastern side of conflict. Things are going to start to pop off. Things are going to get a little bit spicy.
Little bit spicy. आइए 4 लाइक और फटाफट कर दो 10 लाइक 10 लाइक के बाद एक पप्पी दूंगा
spot where they may not know that they're here.
मुच्ची दूंगा मुच्ची
Not where at least that first grenade did take a bit of damage, and Vampire Esports looking to just move now. Stalwart though in front of them, that will be the big obstacle.
If they can keep themselves covered from Alpha 7's angle, the Deadeyes guys can be handled at their back. Spray over towards Chari.
ओ बच्चा भाई ये राइट में एक और है डी का राइट में एक और है वो दे देगा दिक्कत ये हाँ बोला ना डी का दिक्कत दे देगा वो दे 2 नॉक दे दिया भाई वो राइट से आ गया था बहुत ज्यादा तीसरा नॉक नहीं उसका एम्पायर गलत फंसी का मार के ए लेटा था
S2G still going strong here. Stalwart now moving slightly out, down towards Vampire Esports' position. They still have 4 alive though. That is the main thing. Falcons, they move up top side, so now they
यार एकदम भाई हाइट पे जगह लेके बैठी है नेड हक दिया खुद ही की टीम को मार के नेड वापस आ गया ओ नाइस नेड ओ अल्फा भाई 2 ले गया बे अब तो पुश फिक्स है 3 नॉक है लास्ट जक्सी बचा है इसमें भाई ये होता है नेड का फायदा देख रहे हो 3 नॉक नेड से ही भाई भर दिए पूरा नेड वहां
Revo, you cannot say he has not been a fantastic member. Top just underneath though. This is dangerous for Vampire Esports.
How do they make that cross? Stone stays alive, stops as well. Getting sprayed down on the corner, stops falling. Sweps getting sprayed down as well.
Top push कर रहा है.
Once this fight stops crawling in.
Vampire 2 नॉक गलत टाइम पे भी. एक आध नॉक देना ही पड़ेगा नेट से. तभी कुछ हो पाएगा. ये भी नॉक. टॉप बचा है लास्ट, टॉप पे शॉटगन भी तो नहीं है।
Time and time again, the hearts of the vampires. Stone getting flushed. S2G want a part of this pie, but I don't think this is something that you want to be chowing down on.
एक फिनिश, S2G भी आ गई, S2G का थोड़ा सा बचा ले। वो एक रिवाइव दे दिया है।
Vampire Esports revive themselves. Two players on the inside. Scry, action, top, circling around now.
Vampire रिवाइव हो गया। दो बचे। हाँ, ST का एक और नॉक देख ले लो। ये ओ नहीं निकल पाए रे वैम्पायर। फाइनली वैम्पायर एलिमिनेट तो हुआ। चिकन पे चिकन लिए जा रही वैम्पायर। क्या लग मेरे को लग रहा है अल्फा जीत जाएगी। अल्फा 4 मैन है वे, मैन एडवांटेज है बहुत। देखना अल्फा छोड़ के कोई 4 मैन नहीं है। ST 3, ST 4 है बट एक नॉक पड़ा है। फैल्कन के 2 स्विच में से एक नॉक पड़ा है। अल्फा के चारों पूरे एकदम सही है। नॉक रिवाइव हो गया। 4v4v2 है। फैल्कन फाइट का फायदा उठा सकता है। अल्फा और ST का फाइट हो गया तो ST का टॉप भाई अभी सही तो देख रहा था वहीं पे बंदा। ओ 1 HP अच्छा गया क्या? हाँ फैल्कन डेड भाई 8 किल है फैल्कन अल्फा पे। 7
on the roof. Pika spotted. Repositions. Stays alive. Scry not taking damage there as well. Discipline.
Revo is just so quick with it, and the circle moves away from them. So both teams.
वहीं पे एकदम कोपचे पे बैठे हैं। बस अब नेट फाइट चले। 8 बचे हैं। 4v4 है पूरा। नहीं हाँ 4v4 है।
We said this is a team that knew what they were doing. Alpha 7, a pretty poor start to the day, but they are turning up the heat here on Bgmi.
भाई कितना नेट उठाते हैं वे। चीज़ है भाई नेट बहुत जरूरी है। अरे भक्का भक नेट फूट रहा है। अनलिमिटेड नेट। ST जीत जाएगी। 1 HP हो गई। क्या का लोकेशन है? एक फिनिश ओ मार दिया एक को। इसका जगह सबसे बढ़िया है भाई। हाइट पे बैठा है पार नहीं करने देगा ओपन से। दिख रहा है हाँ बचा। डंडो 10 लाख फटाफट। हेड सही लग रहा है। ओ जरा सा भी
is worth $10,000.
चलो फिनिश हुआ। 3v3 बराबर 3v3। पिका जाएगा मेरे ख्याल से। पिका नॉक हो गया। हाँ
steps just shy of the
का
Molotov.
नेट दे रहा है। नॉक डैमेज हुआ। अबे बट टॉप ST पे वो है रेडी स्काई पे।
Revo caught on the drop there. A beautiful spray from top around the side. Not going to get the flush. Not just yet. Mythic is there for the res if it's there. A Carrillo sprays through the window. Top needs to find more.
ST ले गई रे चिकन अल्फा लास्ट टाइम चोक कर दी। 4v4
the chicken dinner in this Bgmi match, but the spray from the back is just too much. It is stalwart.
Stalwart
to take home that 10k, but the points they put up there will see them very steady.
ताली मांग रहा है वो दे ही नहीं रहा।
60k in first place. They are now
7C तो भाई चोक करी है बहुत ज़्यादा।
Again, even off the back of 4 wins in a row, Alpha 7 still make up the difference. And it's getting very, very difficult. 3 more matches to go now, John, for Vampire Esports to try and get a lead, but I don't know where they're going to find it.
It's going to be so close. Those 2 games with Alpha 7 not performing in the first 2 games of the day.
Let's go. थोड़ा सा NCS सुनते हैं। कौन सा सुने बट? कौन सा सुने? Let's see. दोनों फटाफट लाइक पे लो फटाफट। 10 लाइक नहीं हुआ है। 10 लाइक करा दो। 10 लाइक आके चल देते हो भाई। 10 लाइक नहीं करते हो भाई। ठीक है भाई। Let's see. ना फालतू है। let's see जी भाई। 3 मिनट में अगला मैच। 3 मिनट क्या सुने बताओ? 3 मिनट कौन सा वीडियो देखे बताओ? 3 मिनट के अंदर रघु तेरे पे कॉपीराइट लग जाएगा ना? तेरे वाले पे पक्का कॉपीराइट लग जाएगा। कहाँ है मेरा वाला वीडियो? ये रहा। इसको चलाऊं क्या? यू डोंट नो। ये वाला चलाऊं क्या? ठीक भाई, क्या टट्टी हरे गाने। ये वाला चलाऊं? ये वाला देखा है? ये तगड़ा था भाई। कहाँ तेरा वीडियो आ गया? हाँ ये रहा। गैंशन का डाला है, गैंशन का 38 मिनट पहले। ओके गैंशन, योर गैंशन। हाँ इसको चला लो। इसको मेरे को लगता है नहीं लगेगा कॉपीराइट, क्योंकि मैं पिछले एक बार और स्ट्रीम में चलाया हूँ, शायद चलाया हूँ मेरे ख्याल से ना। चल चलाते हैं, लेट्स पुरानी याद करते हैं वाला वीडियो। हाँ ये भाई तगड़ा था। ये साउंड तो कतई ये साउंड भाई। कॉपीकैट पक्का।
Good luck, mates.
दादू
करो किसरी है?
तेरे लिए 150 का एक वो आया है ऑफर अगले मैच।
कौन दे रहा है?
कॉपीकैट
बड़ा चीज
अगले मैच का।
क्या बोल रहा है?
इससे नहीं लगेगा ना? हाँ खेलना है बिना रीजन बताए।
पता नहीं।
एंड यू कांट किल देम इन व्हीकल। अभी
नहीं मैं तो फॉलो किया तुमको ना।
हाँ फॉलो तो किया था। साधु का आवाज मारूंगा तो उन लोगों को व्हीकल से कैसे मारूं? अच्छा वैसे वाला बोल रहा है। बाकी नेट मॉली कर फ्लैश टेल आउट। अबे बट मेरे को वो ना दे दे बैन ना दे दे।
रुको जरा, सबर करो।
हे हेलो आयुष। वो जैसे तुम समझो, तुम्हें ही मारना है तीनों।
मिसिंग हिम। हाँ ना
से भी ना पिला जाए।
शादू भाई कहाँ चला गया?
लेके जाता हूँ ठीक है, सेफ लेके जाता हूँ।
तगड़ा था भाई।
जो सिटी
हाँ क्या हम लोग तो ऐसा
बोलता हूँ और नेट मांगता हूँ। हेलो हेलो भाई। हेलो भाई भाई जॉर्जो सिटी चलते ठीक है। फिर उधर से मारते चिकन निकालते ठीक है। जॉर्जो सिटी ओके 4 नंबर ओके। 3 नंबर भाई 3 नंबर भाई ओके। चलो 1 नंबर भी ओके
आएगी भाई।
पैसे मिल रहे थे ओके। मतलब वो सेफ में मार्क लगाए ना तो ओके। ये चलो चलो आराम। 1 नंबर भाई आओ ना भाई, साथ में चलते। 1 नंबर ब्रो
कैसे मना रहा हूँ रे?
कम ना ब्रो, कम ना ब्रो, कम ना। आपको किल मैं
8 मिनट है
बस। अब आ जाओ साथ में।
अच्छा
3 नंबर 1 नंबर भाई आ जाओ ना भाई। पैसे का सवाल है। हाँ मतलब आ जाओ।
असली में चौक कर दिया।
चौक किया था। पैसे का सवाल है बोल।
ये साउंड तो फुल एनर्जेटिक साउंड।
पहला नेट मिल गया। अभी नहीं तो ना मैं एक काम ना करूँ। हाँ कॉपीकैट ये ना करूँ, मैं इन लोग को ना बंदों से नॉक होने देता हूँ तो मेरा मेरिट भी नहीं घटेगा। नॉक होते पेटी डाल दूंगा। ये अच्छा आइडिया है भाई। नेट मिले तो देना ना, मेरा नेडिंग स्किल अच्छा है।
बताओ इतना मादर चोद लड़का पैदा करी हूँ मैं कि क्या बताऊँ।
हाय हाय हाय। फिर बट यू कांट टेल देम एंड यू कांट रिकॉल देम। हाँ वो मैं नहीं करूँगा। मैंने एक काम करता हूँ, एक को नॉक देता हूँ और फिर बोल दूंगा कि भाई गलती से नॉक मतलब नेट छूट गया, दूसरे बंदे को बोलूंगा रिकॉल दे रिवाइव करने।
यही नहीं, अभी और सुनिए।
और फिर चुपके से होते मौली भी मार के चुपके से पेटी डाल दूंगा और एक का पेटी और दूसरा नॉक हो जाएगा।
तगड़ा था भाई ये वीडियो।
यही नहीं, अभी और सुनिए,
है ना। और फिर मैं बोलूंगा भी स्मोक कर रहा था, ऐसे करके तीसरा अगर बेवकूफ नहीं बना तो तीसरे को पेल दूंगा। ठीक है।
नंबर 2 रात रात में खेलता है, दिन में भी खेलता है।
क्या भाई?
मैं कह रहा हूँ दिन में खेलता है, रात को भी खेलता है।
मैं रात में कुछ और खेलता हूँ ब्रो। अरे यार तुम भी खेलते हो? तुम भी रात में खेलते हो कुछ और?
बंदा भी हंस रहा था पता है।
ये वाला रात को खेल।
तुम्हारी
तो
गर्लफ्रेंड
लाइक पे लो, लाइक पे लो।
4 नंबर भाई नेट दो ना, 4 नंबर भाई नेट दो। है गर्लफ्रेंड है? आया
नेट तो नहीं भाई यहाँ पे।
4 नंबर भाई आपकी गर्लफ्रेंड है? आया नंबर 1 भाई, आया आया।
हाँ है तो सही।
ओहो
है तो सही।
नॉटी होते हो ना उसके साथ रात में।
क्या पूछ रहा हूँ मैं। हेलो सर, हेलो राज ब्रो।
चैनल सब्सक्राइब कर देना।
ऐसे राज वेलकम ब्रो। लाइक कर देना फटाफट, लाइक कर देना।
चैनल है कुछ ना।
10 लाइक करा दो, 10 लाइक जल्दी से।
जब तो सब्सक्राइब करूँगा दे सकता हो फिर।
अभी मैं गलत टाइम पे चैनल का वो बोल दिया, गलती से खोल के देखने लगा तो क्या बात है अभी। ओके ब्रो।
करो यार करो, ये सेफ खेल के रैंक करना, ये दिखाना कि मैं आगे हूँ उसका।
वही ना भाई, बट मैं भी सेफ नहीं खेलता हूँ ऐसे, बट कभी कभी खेल लेता हूँ यार। वो जो एस नहीं होता, एस क्या डोमिनेटर्स है, उस पे जाना है मेरे को।
अच्छा
हैंडसम, अरे तेरा भाई हमेशा से हैंडसम है। गलत वीडियो था यार, अटेम्प्ट 1। अभी यहाँ मैं ऑलमोस्ट इसको मार देता, मेरे को याद है।
बंदे है ना
लैग हो रहा है बड़ा
यहाँ पे, बट वो लास्ट टाइम भाग जाता है, देखना ना। ये देख
बंदे हैं ब्रो।
थर्ड अटेम्प्ट यहाँ भी बहुत देर रुका रहता है और मेरे को नेट नहीं वेस्ट करना था, फिर भाग गया। वेस्ट नहीं करना था। लुकिंग गॉर्जियस फैबुलस। अरे अरे राज बस कर, लड़का हूँ मैं। राज मैं लड़का हूँ ब्रो, ऐसे नहीं। मैं वो नहीं हूँ जिसको तू सोच रहा है। ये मेरा माइक उस टाइम भाई। अब मेरे को मौका मिला था कि लूट रहे बंदे।
अबे
अरे
अरे सॉरी 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 गलती भाई, रिवाइव दे दो।
एक्टिंग देख रहे हो? एक्टिंग
कहते होंगे कैसे गाड़ी घुसाई थी।
एक नंबर को शक हो रहा था मेरे को, पता है, और वो भी लूटने आ गया। भूल गया था याद दिला। देखना नेट कहाँ छूटेगा, बैन मार दिया तो इधर कहाँ गया नेट, और एक नंबर ही फूट गया।
कर दे
भाई लाइक पे लो भाई, लाइक पे लो भाई। मुझे गरिया है।
तेरी माँ का
अबे अभी भी 8 मिनट बचा है भाई। भाई नेक्स्ट लेवल वीडियो। लाइक क्विक नहीं हो रहा क्या? 10 है, मैं अटक गया है क्या? क्या और देखे 7 मिनट। अबे उस समय भी 8 मिनट बचा था, अभी भी 8 मिनट बचा है। एक सेकेंड करते हैं। अच्छा वो थोड़ा सा वो हुआ है। और नीचे बेइज्जती वाली वो भी देखना है क्या? क्यों मेरी बेइज्जती करना चाहता है? तो जरूर से देखते। आ गया। और भी एक क्या? कौन वाली थी? और कौन सी थी नीचे बेइज्जती वाली? ये थी ना। वे साले बाय।
इधर आ गए हैं ब्रो, टेंशन नहीं लेने का। बंदा आ गया।
इस भाई मेरे को याद आ रहा है,
मेरे पीछे बंदा है।
क्या मैं फालतू म्यूटेंट निकाला था।
ओ भाई
कोई कुछ नहीं देखा, कोई कुछ नहीं देखा।
एक बंदा रिकॉर्ड करो, रिकॉर्ड करो ब्रो।
मेरे को म्यूटेंट नहीं निकालना था यहाँ पे, म्यूटेंट से गलती हो गया। देख लो मेरा प्रमोशन हो रहा, शायद थोड़ू सा। अरे थोड़ू सा क्या भाई, जाके इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो। लॉन्डो चैट वाले जाओ, इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर दो। प्रगो इज लाइव। म्यूजिक खतरनाक था ना, म्यूजिक था भाई, म्यूजिक तो है। क्या देखे कोई बताओगे, कोई वीडियो सजेस्ट करो ब्रो चैट में, कौन सा क्या देखे। लेट्स सजेस्ट ब्रो। जल्दी बताओ, जल्दी बताओ क्या देखा जाए। तब तक गाना देखते। मिल गया। पर से फिफ्थ फॉर संकल्प, पर से फिफ्थ फॉर संकल्प। ये इमला नाहत क्या है।
Anh trong chiếc quần âu đen, em váy cưới làm dâu đến bên xanh bước bền lâu và em
ये सब कॉपीराइट तो नहीं है ना।
em là nhất ở nơi đông người, ôi đôi mắt đen như mây trời, vậy thật chất tại sao không cười, tại vì thiếu anh đúng không, xin em đừng nhắc điều gì về chuyện cũ, vì em là nhất rồi I will never lose you. Đoạn đường em bước một mình trong tranh, để anh rước kiểu hồng ân anh, mặc váy cưới dịu nồng rồi mình chung lối chịu không. Anh trong chiếc quần âu đen, em váy cưới làm dâu đến bên xanh bước bền lâu và em là nhất từ nay về sau. Anh trong chiếc quần âu
तगड़ा
đen,
है,
em váy cưới
साउंड तगड़ा है, साउंड तगड़ा है। नहीं है कॉपीराइट नहीं है ना। बस बस क्या चाहिए यार, क्या चाहिए, क्या जिंदगी ये बताओ। थोड़ा अपने फेवरेट सुनता है, थोड़ा सा फेवरेट। लेट्स गो, ये देखते हैं। कोई वीडियो बताओ रे, क्या देखें। प्रगो को हटाओ जरा। क्या देखे, क्या देखे। स्नैक्स भाऊ का कोई वीडियो देखे क्या, स्नैक्स भाऊ का। लेट्स गो, स्नैक्स भाऊ का वीडियो देखते हैं। 1v2 वगैरह है। ये 3 मिनट है वीडियो, कितना है 9। हो गया, हटाओ गाने सुन। बट ये नहीं, कोई नहीं। अरे अरे ये क्या हो गया। वे फ्री फायर प्लेस BGMI फर्स्ट टाइम। कॉपीराइट अगर लग गया तो। नहीं, 2 मिनट। आफ्टर बैन फ्री फायर प्लेयर इन BGMI। कॉपीराइट लग गया तो लेट्स सी।
ये वीडियो सिर्फ ठिठियाने के लिए है, इसलिए इस वीडियो को पूरा एंड तक वॉच करना। तो फटाफट प्ले स्टोर खोलते और BGMI सर्च कर दे, क्योंकि हमारा भाई फ्री फायर बैन हो गया। अब क्या
ना हो कोई अच्छा।
ये गेम पूर्णतः काल्पनिक है और इसका किसी पिकाचू और जीवित व्यक्ति से कोई संबंध। ये गेम पूर्णतः काल्पनिक है। BGMI में जो ड्रेस है, उस ड्रेस का कॉम्बिनेशन बहुत बढ़िया है। एक बार को तो मन करता है कि ड्रेस डिजाइन करने वाले इस गेम तो देखो भाई, गेम करना मैं तुमको ऐसा बिल्कुल नहीं बोलूंगा, तो बिल्कुल जज कर सकते हो और कमेंट
ना वे कोई अच्छा नहीं है, कोई लेटेस्ट नहीं। चलो हमारे भाई का देखते हैं।
तो गाइस कल के लाइव स्ट्रीम में मैंने यूज़ किया था हैक और उससे मैं गेम प्ले कर रहा था। देखो यार इसमें सब कुछ होता है जो एक हैकर कर सकते हैं, फ्लाई हैक वगैरह देख सकते हो मैं कैसे ऊपर जा रहा हूँ और ये सब कुछ, ये हेडशॉट वगैरह सब कुछ है इस हैक में। और मैंने कल
सब नहीं मान साले। Let's go, यही देखते
striking back at
हैं।
Vampire Esports now. The ball's in their court to see if they can
Free
take
Fire
that
player
lead back.
अच्छा
We got to throw it over to our commentators, which have been low-key fires so far in
practice
this
चल
event.
रहा है इन लोग का
7 Worlds Gaming and
practice।
Avenger. We definitely have it. I mean, with Bigatron, they were talking about it. That's a team that has been, maybe they haven't been at the top, right? But they have been consistent for the past 3 years. And I think what Jason was hinting at is when they were really dominant.
Let's go। कौन सा मैच है?
back in Malaysia
कैरेक्टर।
3 years ago. That team was just winning. I was actually getting a chance earlier to talk about that with Suxy, saying how long they've been doing this and how they still want to continue to do this. So, honestly, I think the team might be just, it might just not be their style with the current settings that we might have.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I really love. What we've been seeing, because we've been seeing them consistently at these events, right? And that's
रसगुल्ला खाकर आया, आजा रसगुल्ला खा के।
And they're able to compete.
मेरे को भी भेजवा दे का।
Not winning as much as they used to. Yep. But let's see how they're gonna fare against everyone else here. It is, as you see, and as you've been seeing on the leaderboard, it's extremely close in our middle pack. We have 2 teams that have been absolutely dominating the After Party Showdown so far.
Absolutely dominating.
And we're gonna jumping into the most action-packed map of them all, Karakin. One of your favorite ones. The question is, where do all the team drops?
And we have been seeing some crazy hot drops in here too, and we have been seeing some even
crazier
third parties with those teams going to Al Habar, and then they even end up going a little bit more to the south. But the things that you have to worry is that when you're having to rotate out of those,
I'm back
areas,
in 1 second.
That are just going to be set up, especially with the race lines that Karakin is able to provide. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, I think Vampire Esports actually ended up having a great performance in one of the Karakins that we have played. And guess what? In regards to top players, no surprise there to see Revo and Carrillo, 32, 26 apiece, and now we're starting to see some of the Vampire Esports players coming in.
It's crazy that they've been able to maintain as much as they have, but that's also why they are still on top in terms of match rewards. They have been getting so many eliminations, and now another standoff with Falcon and Rad. Munir goes down to Powerful. Can they turn it around, or is Falcon's taking this one home early on? So many fights on Karakin so far in the After Party Showdown.
I'm back.
Yeah, and even though we have the battle there at the top for first place, keep in mind we are still going to have those match rewards that all of these
I'm back. लॉन्डो फटाफट लाइक पे लो रे। 10 तो करा दो लाइक। 10 लाइक नहीं हो रहा क्या? क्या यार ऐसे करते हो? 10 लाइक नहीं हो रहा।
And they get it.
Rad versus
well.
Falcon.
The crowd is going to love it, and here goes the push from Team Falcon Powerful, able to spot a player.
cover fire दिया।
He's going to be the push.
Oh.
cover fire दिया।
Really that was very close. A lot of damage too.
Trying to reload.
Cover पे बैठा है अपने।
30 HP currently.
एक 1 HP है। लोग अच्छा खेल रहे हैं Falcon। Starting अच्छा थी।
DPS है। Really good push from Powerful. Takes one down. Kaito really low. He has an idea where he is. He's going to push him.
There was a bit of a disconnection there from Team Rod. I think they were trying to
Falcon easy ले जाएगी।
They ended up using those players, and guess what? It is going to actually be Dead Eyes that ends up getting the first elimination. Team Falcon took a little bit too long, and
okay.
Because Dead Eyes is going to be making a push here towards them.
अरे दो knock Falcon। D push कर दी भाई। D अलग से push कर दी।
7 Seas is also making their way up. True Love. And as I say, 7 Seas is being able to knock one of the players there from Falcons.
Oh, nice.
Can't use it, flush it up. We have seen him being able to flush it up before for his team. He's able to spot one of the players there from 7 Seas, backs them up a little bit.
Shotgun.
Crazy to see that. Let's see Deadeye guys here. Oh, Sarang goes down.
Sarang. फिर 7 से भी push कर दिया।
Team Falcon is out in
Falcon eliminated.
7C actually managed to get that team elimination there. That's really good to see here.
Rad का अभी भी एक बंदा कैंप कर रहा है बचा हुआ।
Even though the team is
दो बचे हैं, एक और कहाँ?
in the standings, they are definitely not last when it comes to the prize.
अलादीन भी अकेला है।
So much of those match rewards.
Rad का एक बंदा फंसा हुआ है।
It's great to see, but I am hoping that somehow they can pull it off and at least climb up the leaderboard a little bit. It's going to be impossible for them to get all the way to the top, but at least, you know, save some face. And by the way, for everybody watching, make sure you watch PMWI together in-game sports center with your friends to win PMWI special sets. And don't forget the PMWI packages are on sale for a limited time, and you can also win PMWI treasure crates if you play PUBG Mobile during PMWI.
Black zone starts again here. Some of the teams might have to move out of it. Let's
camping
see
chal
what
raha
happens with this fight though. Deadice guys at 7C has expected his Turlov here with the Saiga comes out. Surprise! There's no helmet and only with one helmet, so
7C कहाँ से घुस गई इस बीच?
One vest, no helmet at all for him.
But the players there from Deadice actually trying to rotate.
ओ भाई राड का बंदा पे गन ही नहीं है.
Rotation there, but Deadice guys is going to be working perfect as they're able to catch 7Cs.
भाई राड के बंदे पे तो गन ही नहीं है जो लेटा था. वो तो ये इधर से किल ले गया.
That surge being able to lock into people.
एक बंदा बचा था भाग दिया. पीछे से NGX भी आ रही है.
Another player, they were trying to be sneaky, they were trying to third party that fight.
अच्छा इस मैच में स्काउट नहीं है, स्प्रे गॉड खेल रहा है.
From 7Cs being alive and Deadice, you best believe they're going to be
पूरी अब रियल 7C खेल रही है. स्काउट नहीं है.
Super impressive there by Shifu.
ओ भाई वैम्पायर से आगे अल्फा हो गई.
This is crazy. Turlov now. The Deadice guys
वही दो में कोई
trying
जीतेगा.
to finish off 7C. It is one more elimination that would give them another full team vibe in that case.
सारंग भाग रहा है.
Also Desha in the distance, kind of disengaged
ठीक
from
है
that
दो
fight.
बच्चे.
Sarang trying to move around, really hunting him. There's a point here. Turlov leading the charge.
See all the players right there. Sarang trying to save at least some points, trying to see if he can
make
it go for some other type of match reward, which is going to be really hard because he's going to be cornered right now. You can see him pushing one of the players from Deadice.
Nice.
He's able to knock one. Can he reload in time and knock some of the other ones? He is able to.
Oh!
Can he get the third one? He might be possible. Clutch up the one.
Oh!
Able to clutch up the
वो भाई क्या चिल्ला रहा है वो देखना. Oh 1v3.
The highlight clip.
भाई उन लोग का शकल देखो, नीचे शकल देख भाई, उन लोग का शकल देखो भाई. शॉटगन बे क्या दिया है शॉटगन.
And also managing to get the first one here. Bigatron replay for that case. Nice.
भाई मजा आ जाता है भाई कॉम्पी में फाइट देखने. कुछ भी कभी भी हो सकता है. शॉटगन क्या दिया भाई. सारंग ओपी भाई.
And Rat Desha here is going to be taken down in 10th place. And that is R8 putting a team.
वो भी DBS दे रहा था
but only one elim point for them. Bigatron now here.
सब कूद कूद के मुक्का मार के भाग रहे हैं. साउंड नहीं आए. S2G को देखना.
Jumping in the distance, trying to get back to Hamsi.
कहाँ वो पीछे पहुंच गया अपनी टीम पास जा रहा है.
This is not there. This is going to be huge for Vampire Esports if they do end up.
लिक्विड खेल रहे हैं. हाँ लिक्विड भी पुराना प्लेयर है. ज्यादा पुराना नहीं है बट हाँ लिक्विड भी पुराना है.
Why did they say
क्या दिया रे साला.
Is it because they solidified with S2G and Bigatron, I assume, and they wanted to third party it? Bigatron was just 4 guys.
इंडिया वाले भी बाहर जाके शॉटगन चलाने लगते हैं. बाहर वालों का प्लेयर का स्किल देख के शॉटगन का वो लोग भी उठा लेते हैं.
This could be really bad for Vampire Esports. They have already actually lost one player. Are they going to end up losing another player? Sarang does.
7C गया.
Keep in mind, you said it earlier. 7Cs that end up eliminated.
चलो 3 किल तो लिया.
2 teams. Can anybody else catch up to them? If not, it will be another 5K. For 7 scenes, and I mean that's not bad at all.
Oh bhai.
For being eliminated.
Oh.
I would be happy with that. And talking
Vampire
about Vampire does end up being one of the players knocked.
Micro बोल रहा. मर्सी घुस रहा है. मसीरी.
Vampire Esports players alive, and if Vampire Esports got eliminated right now, that would be huge for the standings, Avenger.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see how far they can take this one.
Vampire Esports इरेंगल में बहुत अच्छी है.
One of the players from Alpha 7 just got knocked, and I think he's going to end up getting eliminated.
इरेंगल में बहुत अच्छी है. वो रिवाइव देने जा रहा है.
Information is coming out from Strep's high ground position here, but the case of Bigatron potentially trying to push, and you see Misery here.
मेजीरी कवर पे पुश कर रहा है. हैकर अरे गलत भाई हैकर वाले मार दिए. ये देख रहे हो ये एक रीलोड कर रहा था तो 1 HP वो DBS वो भी एक DBS दे दिया था.
Of Sarang and his well-timed movements there. Now back to Misery. What can he get out of this push? Can he maybe surprise Shreps in this situation? Rest of the Bigatron guys also pushing in. Liquid.
3 घुस रहे हैं. एक कवर देगा. नहीं वो भी आ गया.
Scan hand.
अबे सक्सी कितना तेज दौड़ रहा है.
MP5. So, some short range shots are coming in now. 336 for Shreps.
डैमेज दे रहे के भाग रहा है.
Now he knows he has to disengage.
हील करते तक रुक जाए.
And I think Bigatron is going to get caught by surprise with that damage that the Vampire Esports player was able to cause. Slow down.
ये दे सकते हैं रे पीछे से एक दो नॉक.
Might be able to get an angle here on them. Does have a 3-time.
यही तो है फ्लकी टीम हर मैच यही चिकन निकलवाता है जो भी चिकन होता है.
But he took too long to cause any type of damage. I think that might have been the best choice. That way he can try to make it to his other teammate.
BTR versus Vampire.
R8 you could hear in the stadium. It's crazy. Once they get some of those knocks and eliminations there, you can definitely hear the crowd going crazy for them and clapping.
Yeah, I was going to mention with the 7C Esports, I know they've been already eliminated. I wish this is why they would be a little bit more aggressive. We have seen at least 2 of their players being able to clutch up.
Oh, ST से fight हो गया.
I wish there were just a little bit more.
अच्छा नहीं, Bigatron पीछे.
Here between Star Wars Esports and R8. R8 gonna have to.
वे ST के तो 3 बंदे 1 HP है.
2 players not from Star Wars Esports.
ST finish. अभी shotgun लेके कुछ.
Action coming in, being able to cut some
damage. ओ भाई.
Pika get the angle. Not able to. He's gonna be able to get a knock.
ओ पीछे से BTR kill ले रही है. ओ भाई R8 finish हो गई. वो भी finish.
They eliminate R8 and on top of that they eliminate.
ST भी eliminate और R8 भी. भाई ये है कॉम्पी भाई. BTR क्या थर्ड पार्टी की है. ST का तो फिनिश होना पक्का था. वो भाई इस वेम्पायर के सामने 3 बंदे का फिनिश होना तो पक्का था ST का, क्योंकि पूरे वो थे 1 HP. बट R8 फुल हेल्थ लेके 4 बंदे. वेम्पायर गलत लेने वाला है अल्फा को.
Alpha 7 12 points ahead.
देख रहा है दिस R8 पूरे बचे हैं. ST नॉक है.
The guys from Bigatron completely annihilating both Stalwart and R8 in that case. That's insane. All right, so here Fluke, really clever place in this case. He's going to sweep the other direction that Alpha 7 does. He might have an idea that it is Alpha 7. They have lost Mafioso, and they're down to 3 players.
They have it. I think Fluke has played that perfect. Now he's going to be able to make his way towards the circle and not have to worry about getting into a fight outside of the zone.
Sigma Galaxy.
No. Lord, if somebody gets
BTR आ रही है.
Type of nades that he's able to throw, I'm kind of actually looking forward to it. And here we have an airdrop. If I'm not mistaken, that might be the first airdrop. That's going to be a match reward if any of the Enigma Galaxy players are going to be able to collect it. And as I said, that Lord is going to go for it. That's going to be the if that was the first airdrop, that's going to be the
7C मतलब टिक ही नहीं पा रही है. मतलब
right there.
For sure.
मेरे ख्याल से सबसे पहले टीम उन्हीं लोग मार रहे हैं हर मैच. कल तक अच्छा रैंक था रे उन लोग का. आज पता नहीं क्या हो गया.
Potentially an urban ending, but I'm seeing a high ground ending or close to SGG potentially or Enigma Galaxy. In that case, that'll be pretty cool as well. We have some interesting buildings that we saw multiple fights. We're actually going to go northwest in this case, so it's good for Bigatron, which are going to be fighting Alpha 7 eventually with that. And Bigatron actually has that high ground that we see on screen right now, fighting SGG a little bit, poking at each other. Bigatron is definitely going to be holding
पीछे से आ गया अल्फा.
See some shots already. Karelia going really low. And now he has
नेड आएगा.
heal.
आ गया. ओ
Kind of close already.
थोड़ा सा बच गया नेड. अच्छा नेड नहीं है. अच्छा इसमें तो नेड ही नहीं होता है. भूल ही गया था.
Siege Infants on the low ground, potentially pushing in there, 7. What do you think is going to happen here in this case? Is Bigatron going to aggress on them, or is Alpha 7 going to play a little bit more passive in this case?
With the way Bigatron has been playing, I think they are going to be trying to be a little bit more aggressive. They need to be careful, though, because Revo is going to be holding off this angle. It's going to come down to who gets that
so much information he gets from that stone and that rock position.
पीछे Vampire भी है इधर Alpha.
And then on top of that, with this fight, you got to keep an eye out for Vampire Esports, because if for some reason the other 2 Bigatron players decide to push towards where the fight is going to be with Alpha 7, Vampire Esports might actually have a great angle from those
Vampire का अच्छा angle.
third party and get some easy points for themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Alpha 7 decided to back off, though. They were like, you know what? Let's not take this fight. They're currently going to have the upper hand on every way.
They have to move now as well, right? Because Circle is closing. They're going to have to sweep on that northern side, try to get in on that high ground angle that Bigatron is currently holding right now. So I really like that play from them. The question is, are they going to have enough time to do it? And does Bigatron spot them going into that valley that they currently have 2 players on either side of? So that's really interesting to follow later on. Here on screen, they're holding one of the high ground big compounds that we saw currently inside the circle. Bigatron there in the distance,
वेम्पायर चाइना की टीम है XQF नहीं है ये इस बार पैराबॉय की टीम ओ भाई
Alpha 7's going to lose one to Genfos. Genfos saw that push coming. It's kind of the only push they could do in that case. And now Carrillo gone down. Seven eliminations already. They defeated 7. That's crazy to see already in this stage of the game. Revo's going to try to hold out a little bit now. Misery on the high ground still.
Yeah, and I think Bigatron is just going to set themselves up now just to gatekeep this. And this is going to be huge for Vampire Esports because they're already in the zone. They're not going to have to worry about rotating anytime soon. And they're going to be hoping that Bigatron is just able to fully flush out Alpha 7. Alpha 7, I'm surprised they weren't a little bit more careful. I think they were just so focused thinking that, hey, I think Bigatron has already decided to rotate as well. He ended up backfiring. Guess what? S2G getting 2 knocks on Enigma Galaxy. And we've seen what S2G can do as well. They're going to be super aggressive. Here comes the push. Can they get there before both of the go in? Are they going to have enough time, Enigma Galaxy, to actually heal up? Great Molotovs right there from Hamsi.
Let's see the push. What's going to happen? Freak trying to deny this push here from S2G. Really good amount of utility used in this case here. Silas trying to silent move around this corner. He's going to be able to Saiga in hand and force swap back to Saiga. Lord trying to defend. Oh, that's a good shot.
Silas.
Pushes Freak now.
Oh, bhai, 2v4.
Silas here.
2v4 या 2v3. Nice.
S2G. That's another elimination for them. Revo sitting in blue. He's going to try to have to survive for as long as possible. Bigatron still holding on. And Bigatron is now the only team with 4 players left alive. This could be the game with this Western shift we just had. For
Bigatron का match है.
First game that they're going to be able to win here at the after party showdown here at PMWI.
Yeah, they're going to be looking forward to. You can see this is actually going to benefit a little bit more because now Bigatron is deciding to push off from where Alpha 7
PTR के चारों बंदे जिंदा है भाई.
Actually have enough time to just make that rotation.
अभी तक बैठा है.
It comes down to how many heals does he have, as he is the last player for Alpha 7. What it looked like at some point, it was going to be a great game for Alpha 7 with Vampire.
जा ही नहीं सकता वो zone बहुत बाहर है.
It has now completely
कभी न जा रहा.
Even though
पूरा open है.
Bigatron has rotated a little bit from where they were, they can still see that line of sight straight where Alpha 7 is going to need to rotate.
And the interesting part is, is that right now Vampire is not going to have an amazing game.
Yep.
But Alpha 7 was 12 points ahead. So if they just have a little bit of a better game, our last 2 games are going to be so tight. It potentially could come down to some of the last fights in the last game to see who's going to be the winner of the after party showdown.
I'm going to be looking for all of that, and I'm more than likely going to end up losing my voice. I'm really looking forward to that, that we have a very, very close. And, I mean, that's yeah, that's just the fights for first place and second place. If Bigatron has a great game here, they're gonna be pushing from 5th place also to 3rd place and trying to fight Team Falcons and Star Wars Esports. So we can see a lot of changes here on the leaderboard. And as we're talking about changes on the leaderboard, guess what? Dem1 Kia currently having Sung, one of the players, out healing. S2G keeping an eye on it, and this is what happens when you're in Karrakin. If you don't make early rotations, you're going to get caught off guard. But can they connect on this blue?
Oh, no.
Being able to connect with that, the M4, and I think he's going to be able to get that elimination as well.
No way. No way. That is an insane spray down from that distance. Fluke from Vampire Esports coming out of Thailand to show us how they are playing. So dominant they've been so far. It's crazy how mechanically gifted these guys are. MC trying to defend this push potentially from Damwon Kia. They have Song pinned out in the blue right now, but the other guys obviously want to push this angle so they can get him back.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to crawl up silently. Oh, that's a shot. That is not good.
They just pulled a Jason Kaplan. They accidentally shot right there.
DPS in hand though. DPS in hand. What?
Oh!
With the Saiga. DNBR. What's going to happen? He's trying to pre-fire the corner. The jump. Oh, more shots. 4 more left. He's oh my god, that is perfect. Super important clutch for Damwon Kia in this case here. They can push in and take that high ground.
MC tried to get a little bit too much flare there. I think he was trying to go for the jump shotgun shot. It didn't end up working out. Damwon Kia, now as you mentioned, soon he's going to be able to make that push towards the circle.
इलाका लेके बैठे हैं भाई
Bigatron, with the 4 players that they currently have, are going to be able to be the only team inside the new circle. Vampire Esports making the rotation, and this is why I've been so impressed. We've been talking about it in the back room when we've been watching these games from Vampire Esports. That composure that team has is just absolutely great. Rebel actually taking on some shots here to Liquid, and he's going to be able to get the knock. He's going to have to get off that heal off very fast, and I think he might be able to convert this elimination, at least an extra point for his team. That's going to be great for Alpha 7, at least saving a little bit of points. And honestly, that elimination right there, that extra point, could make the difference if you're going to be the champion or not.
And also, they've survived so far for this long. 4th place now guaranteed for them. That's 4 points.
जाते बिगेट्रॉन के लिए
Plus the eliminations.
जाते बिगेट्रॉन के लिए जबरन का
6 points at this
बर्बाद कर दिया.
total.
टंडो लाइक पे लो बे. 10 लाइक नहीं हुआ है अभी तक. किल नहीं देगा ये. 10 लाइक नहीं हो रहा है भाई.
Long time, and that could actually give the upper hand to Damwonkia in this case.
जा सकता है जोन. अभी भी हील डैमेज कम हो रहा है.
And 4th place guarantees. Bigtron have to delay this. They're gonna prioritize going.
Oh, loot भी लिया.
I think you can see them moving there in the distance.
हाँ अपने टीममेट का ले लिया. फर्स्ट एड वगैरह नहीं लिया क्या?
For Revo, and he has to use the bandages to try to heal up back now. Right now, and next circle's gonna pop. It's gonna do even more damage. He's gonna.
फर्स्ट एड मार मर जाएगा हाँ.
First aids, Shreps and Fluke still alive, and doing well. But the circle has gone west, as you saw there on the top right minimap.
भाई फ्लूक ना गद्दा मारेगा.
It's looking really good. Revo's gonna be found by Genfos. Pops out.
Oh!
Genfos, that is crazy. Plus he put a little bit of damage towards it. The question is, are we gonna see an elimination more going their way, or is this gonna be the opening that Vampire or potentially Damwonkia needed?
Yeah, and that's exactly the opening that Vampire Esports, you can see as soon as that knock went down, they started to move up, and they started to position themselves a little bit better here for the fight that's going to happen with Damwonkia. Damwonkia still has to
Oh, spotted. ये है कवर पे ले सकता है एक दो को. इसका कवर नहीं है क्या? अकेला है? 2 बंदे हैं तो. क्या दे रहा है भाई? डैमेज दो अंदर आओ. पीछे BTR आ गई.
And he get any other knock, and you can see the other Vampire Esports.
अच्छा दो. तेरे सामने.